And again, the Answer for Cancer series with John Hewlett talking about nitric oxide and how important that is for the microbiome.
And the lymphatics. The key thing is sometimes you can get some good stuff in there, but if you can't get the bad stuff out, if you can't get the garbage out, that's a problem. And so think about, and most of your great experts who have the highest regard for, talk about the gut health and the microbiome and the gut and how important that is. Well, nitric oxide helps facilitate the good bacteria and gets rid of the bad. Now that's pretty good. That's the kind of thing. And you have more capillaries down there in the colon and in the small intestine than almost any other place, I think, other than the brain. Well, if you're healing those capillaries and then you're adding turmeric and curcumin, the extract, or you're adding the astaxanthin or the resveratrol or the antioxidants, all of a sudden now you're going to have healthy capillaries, healthy lymphatics in the gut. There's no question it's going to get better. And the same thing in every single organ, because organs replicate abnormal cells, and all of a sudden it becomes liver cancer, lung cancer, kidney cancer, colon cancer. Well, it's replicated cells that are abnormal. Well, the reason they're abnormal is too much carbon dioxide, too much chemical toxins, too much environmental, and too much stress has led to these things festering in that environment of those fluids, and not adequate oxygen and nutrients getting there to help prevent it, and maybe knocking out the T-cell army and trying to get them strengthened so they can come in and fight the battle. Because the body's the greatest healer of them all.
I think, is it safe to say, kind of in summarizing here, that the body, you just used the phrase, is the greatest healer of them all, that healing is really an inside-out process, but you've got to give it what it needs to be able to accomplish its task. So is that kind of your view of the world?
Absolutely. And Patrick, I'm not a good example of fitness. I work too much.
And again, risking plagiarism on this, I just thought it was such a great message. And I do have a list of these resources so you can go to some of these websites. But it is this premise. The body can heal itself if you give it the tools that it needs. But if we're on the backside of a very serious degenerative process, like stage 4 cancer that's metastasized, we have to change that soup, and not taking out the garbage and not having enough oxygen and having too much carbon dioxide, which is why we use the ozone IV and the other IV therapies and the things that are super powerful to really shift that. And I apologize for the horrible picture on this, that I should be changing that.